These are the areas that I think are the future of Southwest Florida. And I'm talking about a specific area, basically from Sarasota down to the Port Charlotte, Inglewood areas. And these are the ones to watch. The first, and we've been talking about this on the channel a lot lately for very good reason, North Venice. And the reason we always bring up North Venice is because we feel like it really flies under the radar and no one else talks about it. But we also think it's one of the areas that's primed for the most growth, the most boom, and a lot more things coming to the area. But again, doing it kind of under the radar. And I think you're gonna start to see a lot of appreciation in that area. We're starting to already see a lot more things to do coming to the area as far as big box store, commercial shopping and restaurants and things like that. And amenities, you got the brand new Sarasota Memorial Hospital there. And it's just helping connect Sarasota to Venice. And it's gonna get you quicker access to Sarasota by being further north and closer to 75 without giving up beach access. You're talking about a 10 to 15 minute drive, which is a huge win. By the way, if you're looking to buy either new construction or resale homes, now is a great time to do so, just because there's a lot of incentives with new construction homes, and also with resale homes, there's some opportunities to get deals. We can help make sure you get the best deal, avoid any mistakes, and just kind of things that you want to make sure the house does or doesn't have, understanding the neighborhoods better, and just shortcut the process and help get you those answers that, one, might take you a lot of time to find online, or two, you might not even be able to find online because a lot of things just aren't out there. We would love to help you. Call or text us at 941-221-1897. We've helped so many people, and we want to make the process easier and better for you and save you some money by getting you the best deal. And one other thing that I want to make sure you know is if you go the new construction route, get a hold of us first so you can have someone representing you and having your back. It doesn't cost you anything extra. These new construction builders have a marketing budget built into place where they pay the realtors for that. It doesn't add on to the cost of the home. And now, instead of having the builder representing themselves and getting you a deal, we can get you a better deal and keep an eye on the home construction process to make sure it's being done properly, number one, and done on time, number two, which I know if you're like selling a home and moving to another one, that timing is super important. So we can help you with all that. Get a hold of us. The next area that I think is the future of this entire region of Florida, I think, is downtown Sarasota. Now, with this, I'm talking about a kind of wide-ish range of areas, but let's start with the biggest one, which is, I think, that whole area along the bay there, just some of the new condo buildings and more upscale, bigger buildings that are being built with, you know, entirely new ways of living and really changing Sarasota as a whole. I think you can't talk about this region and not mention that, number one. But then number two, within the fringes of that entire downtown area, just you're seeing some homes being updated, some being tore down and rebuilt. And so there's just a lot of opportunity within that entire area right now, and some changes that we're seeing with the vibe of it changing, newer homes coming, and just changing Sarasota as a whole. I think that's one area to watch and one that is super exciting. And every time we're in the downtown area, it's just kind of fun to look at the way it's evolving. The next big area to watch, and it's not so much for the housing. There's a little bit more coming around that area yet, but a lot of it's kind of built out. But the reason I'm gonna put it as part of the future still is because of some of the amenities and commercial things that are coming to the area. And what I'm talking about here is Westport. Westport is interesting because it sits in between Port Charlotte and Northport. It's technically a Port Charlotte address, but it sits really close to the best shopping area in Northport. And so you're also still, of course, now not far away from a lot of the shopping in Port Charlotte. The reason, though, I'm putting it towards the top is you got the Twisted Fork there. You've got the Ray's Spring Trading Facility there. But then on top of that, you're starting to see some more lots going up for sale for commercial development. And I do not think it's going to be long till we start to see some of that fill out a little bit more and make that area feel like more of a hub, you know, like having things just outside of the entire Westport community, which is pretty exciting to begin with because it is master planned. They got Centennial Park right in the middle of it, kind of as like an amenity. So like, we're gonna talk about Welland Park in a little bit as being the future, but like the downtown is kind of like the hub of Welland Park. Well, with Westport, you have that Centennial Park as that kind of hub in the middle of it. But then on top of that, you're gonna start to see some more commercial stuff coming on the main roads in that area as well. So I think that's super exciting and definitely an area to watch. The next area is two parts of Northport. Now, we could kind of say Northport as a whole is the future just because there's so many vacant lots and that's always continuing to, you know, be semi-developed. Like people will buy a lot and then they'll build and little by little it fills out, but like it's nothing all that dramatic. However, You're starting to see some more development happen near the city hall. There's a new hospital coming to the area, some more apartments coming to the area. And then also up by like Cedar Grove, up by 75, like Cedar Grove, there's some new communities up there that have a little bit more of a semi-master plan thing going on, just because there's a few communities being built nearby each other there. Not quite as connected as like Welland Park, but that being said, you are seeing some new communities come, and just having the development up there, I think, is exciting. And you're starting to see a little bit of commercial stuff pop into that area as well, plus getting quick access to 75. That area is definitely part of the future, I think, of Northport, because that quick access to 75 cannot be understated enough. It just allows you to get up to Sarasota or down to Fort Myers a lot quicker, or Venice for that matter, Port Charlotte. Just being near that is awesome. And I think we're going to continue to see that part of Northport grow. Plus it sits more inland, so it insulates you a little bit more from like hurricane risk and things like that, just by being a little bit further from the coast. And the next area that's the future of Southwest Florida is Lakewood Ranch. Now, when I say that, I don't want to, like, it was the future already, but it continues to be. And with that, I'm talking specifically about the whole Waterside area. Waterside Place downtown is awesome. Super great hub to have as part of the area. But just Lakewood Ranch as a whole, you know, you're getting access to so much to do in terms of being pretty close to Sarasota, pretty close to Bradenton, really close to UTC Mall and all the UTC shopping centers. I mean, there is so much shopping and restaurants there that, like, I can't imagine your needs not being met there, no matter what it may be. The UTC Mall, you got a little bit of higher end shopping stuff in there, as well as some, you know, more like standard type stuff. The UTC shops, like you just got so much to pick from, it's ridiculous. But then on top of that, you're talking about all the new communities coming into Waterside and the entire Lakewood Ranch area. There's just so much opportunity right now, and it's just, you know, you're part of something that's already thriving, and the growth has already happened, so it's a very sure, safe bet. But there's even more coming to the area, making it even bigger and better without adding a ton of congestion, at least to those areas. You start getting into Sarasota a little bit more, yeah, there's a little bit more of that hustle and bustle, but in Lakewood Ranch itself, it's pretty, you know, smooth sailing, kind of like where I am right now, which is Welland Park, which is the next part that is the future of Southwest Florida. I would say this is more the future now than Lakewood Ranch, just because we're a lot earlier in the stages of development. You can see just as I'm walking, there's, you know, renovations and construction being done here and land being excavated all the way across the pond, all around this huge lake, or I shouldn't even say pond, it's a lake that's in the center of downtown Welland Park. There is a lot being done. In the downtown itself, which I'm going to walk to in a bit, I don't know if we'll get to it in this video yet, but that's in phase 2 right now. I would imagine all this stuff where they're clearing the land, that's like phase 3. That's gonna really explode the downtown and the living possibilities in the area. But the downtown itself, with phase 2, we're seeing double the buildings going in, which means double the shops and restaurants, which it was already pretty dang good for. And there's more communities being coming into the area as well. You put all that together, some more commercial stuff coming along Tamiami Trail. Like, man, there's just so much happening in this area at once, like really, really fast. I mean, the downtown literally got phase 1, I think, open like 2.5 years ago. And just to see the evolution of the amount of people coming to the area and the amount of things that were open within like the first 6 months was staggering. And now just seeing everything, man, this is crazy. We've helped people move to this area a lot, especially. So again, if you're looking to move to this area, get a hold of our team at 941-221-1897. Call or text at any time. But we know this area really well, and there's just so much happening and so much excitement that I think you can't go wrong with this area. And even if you don't live right here, like say you decide to live in Venice, Inglewood, or Northport, which all kind of surround Welland Park, you can have really quick access to all this as well. So this is the future, I think, of a lot of Southwest Florida, just because, number one, it's one of the fastest growing master plan communities in all the United States, number one. But number two, even if you don't live here, it's transforming all the cities nearby by giving them so many more things to do. Like, we live in Venice, we come to Welland Park quite often because it's an awesome area to come hang out and go for a walk and just have more shopping and restaurant amenities. And, oh, you can actually fish on the pond here too. When I was walking over there earlier, saw a lot of people fishing on the pond, and there's all these trail systems that are interconnected that kind of go through the communities, go through some nature, go through the downtown. Just a really cool well thought out area. And I should note, Waterside Places downtown is very similar to this. In fact, we kind of feel sometimes like Welland Park kind of ripped them off a little bit, because there's a lot of similarities to the feel to the downtowns of both. That brings me to the next area that I feel like is a big part of the future of this area of Florida, and it brings together Welland Park and North Venice, one of the first things I talked about, and it's River Road. That road is getting widened, and you're starting to see some more commercial projects happening along the way. They're adding some parks and things like that. So not necessarily like a huge thing as far as like an area to live, but just bringing more infrastructure to the area, a little bit more, you know, shops and restaurants and things like that, and more things to do and more interconnectivity. Again, two of the biggest, most up and coming areas in the Venice area are Welland Park and North Venice, and River Road literally connects those two. And so having more things come to that area is super exciting and definitely one thing to watch out for. And then finally, East Sarasota. So east of 75, or maybe just to the west of that, I'll include in this, but that area you're starting to see a lot of things coming, whether it's artistry or Sky Ranch. There's just all these different planned communities coming to those areas. And again, it's right along 75, so it puts you a little more inland, a little bit more insulated from hurricanes, but quicker access to get up to UTC Mall. You can talk like a 10 to 15 minute drive to get there, but also get down to Venice very, very quickly. And just again, get some exciting new communities. There's quite a variety of amenities, types of homes, types of builders in those areas, and just a lot of options. And again, being in East Sarasota also now gives you quicker access to Sarasota's downtown, all the other things there are to do in Sarasota, whether you're talking Siesta Key Beach, world famous, often rated the #1 beach in the United States many years, and Siesta Key Village, which has more of a tropical downtown sort of a feel, St. Armand Circle, the more big city feeling downtown of Sarasota proper. So just puts you in a really great location, and I think it's going to become more desirable. Just as, you know, we get hit by hurricanes a little bit more the last few years, you're seeing a lot of people want to move a little bit more inland. But again, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in any of these areas, get a hold of our team, 941-221-1897. We'd love to help you out. We've helped a lot of people. We can shortcut the process, help you avoid mistakes, and a whole bunch more, and make sure you're getting the best deal. If you want to know more about living some of these cities, check out the playlist that we always have linked in the description. Sarasota, Venice, Port Charlotte, Inglewood, Northport, all of them are in there. Check them out if you want to learn more. Thanks for watching, and live breezy.